Hello, my name is Marna, and this is my response to the Module 1 IEP Sandbox Activity. Regarding access to free and public education in the least restrictive environment, at Reed's IEP meeting, his parents are trying really hard to advocate for Reed to be included in a classroom with his peers at Jones Elementary. They share reasonable arguments, for example, the distance between the Kennedy School and their house neighborhood, which is a 20-minute drive, Reed's lack of socialization if he attends the Kennedy School, based on their experience with the school they just moved him out of, as well as his decline in communication skills since he would be placed in a classroom with students with similar disabilities. Most importantly, Gail, Reed's mom, expresses that they know Reed best and he has a right to be educated with his typical peers. The staff members at the meeting are not acknowledging their request for placing Reed in a classroom with typical peers and continue to respond by emphasizing the services and opportunities at the Kennedy School. Mr. Goldstein literally ignores the parents' statements and repeatedly states how proud they are of the Kennedy School and what the school offers. And I found Mrs. Griebler's comment that she has never had a student with hearing loss in her classroom without even attempting to give it a try very disappointing. At Jacob's IEP meeting, it is evident that all the staff members are in agreement with Jacob's placement in a general education classroom with his typical peers, and pulled out only for reading and socialization skills. Mrs. Knoxstead makes it very clear that Jacob will miss out on minimal instructional time in the general education classroom. And Mrs. Williamson acknowledged that Jacob will definitely not miss math since he is the rock star in the classroom. Both Jacob and his mother seem pleased. Regarding participation in the IEP decision-making process, at Reed's IEP meeting, the decision-making appears to be very one-sided. In fact, the video ended even before any agreement was reached. The staff members are clearly trying to make decisions on Gail and Joe's behalf, and it is painful to see how their wishes are being ignored. At Jacob's IEP meeting, it was apparent how quiet Mrs. Walters, Jacob's mom, was. However, it was just as apparent that she agreed with decisions that were made. She shared some suggestions on the use of visual schedules and how that benefits Jacob at home, and the staff seemed grateful for her input. Regarding acceptance of the student's position and or that of his family, at Reed's IEP meeting, just the mere fact that Gail and Joe had to plead for inclusive education for their son and the staff's repeated pushback is clear evidence that there was no acceptance of Reed or his family's position. The staff is also not willing to think creatively or to problem solve to be able to accommodate Reed in Jones Elementary. At Jacob's IEP meeting, it was evident that Jacob and his mom's opinion matter. For example, when Mrs. Walters brought up the fact that Jacob is left-handed and has trouble with scissor work, Mrs. Knoxstead immediately acknowledged this issue and suggested a solution. Regarding achievement opportunities for the student to excel and reach his or her full capacity, at Reed's IEP meeting, there was a disagreement early on regarding his language delay. Per Ms. Stern, he had an 18-month delay, and Joe stated that that was not the results of the testing that they had done. Without agreement on current status, it would be impossible to have agreement on achievement opportunities. Reed's parents are seeking role models for him to help develop his language and socialization skills. They are asking for 3 sessions per week with a speech-language pathologist, and they are requesting a full-time aide in the classroom to help Reed excel, and the staff is denying him of all of those rights. At Jacob's IEP meeting, Mrs. Knoxstead provided a detailed summary of the milestones that would help Jacob achieve his reading goals, and everyone, including Jacob, was in agreement. I really appreciated how Dr. Novak suggested to get involved in improving Jacob's socialization skills by inviting Jacob and a friend to visit the office and to join in a lunch bunch. And Ms. Swagger offered to review the next day's schedule before dismissal, with Jacob to help him get comfortable with what will happen in class in the next day. It is evident that everyone around the table is invested in Jacob's success. Regarding attitudes of the professionals in the room in communicating with the parent, at Reed's meeting, all the staff members, but in particular Mr. Goldstein, visibly talked down to Reed's parents and used a tone of voice that seemed patronizing. The fact that all the staff were sitting at the table across from Gail and Joe created an environment that is not conducive to working together as a team. At Jacob's IEP meeting, staff members were sitting on both sides of the table, creating a warm and welcoming environment. Everyone communicated with Mrs. Walter as if she is a valued member of the team. All staff members also addressed Jacob directly when asking for his opinion or making suggestions for improvements. The fact that Jacob shared at the end of the meeting that he was nervous about the meeting, but that it was actually easy, is a testament of how comfortable the staff members made him and his mom feel. Thank you for watching.